Hello everybody, it is Thom, and welcome to another video. Midway through the introduction, I was like, should I say something different? And then I didn't, and it just sounded weird. Anyway, hi everybody. It is the last day of Pride Month. Literally the last possible day I could make this video. Yeah, so it's been quite a busy month in terms of work and various other things, so I have not been in the video making mindset, but I wanted to do at least one more Pride Month video. So here we are, last day Pride Month. So because it is Pride Month, I'm wearing a plain black shirt. But I have accessorized with my rainbow choker thing, and I have my Pride bracelets, rainbowy one, and then my trans Pride bracelet as well. So I'm representing. I also have my ace ring. So yeah, we're all prided up. It's great. So, how's it going? How has your Pride Month been so far? So far, it's the last day. How has your Pride Month been? For me, I feel like June was on fast forward. I feel like it was literally June 1st about 2 seconds ago, and now somehow it's June 30th, and life is just moving forward at breakneck speed, and next I'm gonna blink and be like 85. So that's concerning, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, also this is my second cup of green tea. My first one, unfortunately, was dive bombed by a fruit fly. I had not taken a single sip, but I was eating a banana and the fruit fly was like, ooh, banana. And then I didn't see it again. And I was like, where did the fruit fly go? Into my cup. Rest in peace, small being. I did not wish this fate for you, but I'm glad I didn't accidentally drink you. All right, anyway, we're not here to talk about fruit flies drowning in my matcha. We are here to do a question of the week, which, once again, loose with the term week. It's a week. It's technically a week right now, so this is fine. In our previous installment of Pride Month Question of the Week, we talked about when and how we first realized that we were queer. And the we is not me being royalty, it is like you in the comments section also told me, so we discussed. Because honestly, that's the whole point of the Question of the Week videos, is that I want to hear what you have to say, because it's very interesting to hear what other people have to say. And especially in Pride Month, asking other members of the community to share their stories is pretty awesome. So from Patreon, we had 2 suggestions for Questions of the Week, Pride Month edition, so we're going to talk about both of them. And the first one is, which pride flag has the prettiest colors according to you, regardless of what the flag means? So I have taken to Google, and I have the updated pride flag guide, which I found on Reddit. So hopefully it's Reddit r/LGBT. So hopefully it is, it looks accurate. How would I know? Anyway, so let's look at the guide to pride flags. So actually, I quite like the original pride flag that goes from pink all the way to a purpley pink. I don't know. I love the pride flag now. I do think it's quite beautiful, and I really like the progress pride flag, but the original pride flag with that splash of pink and the extra colors, it's just quite nice to look at. I do like the pansexual pride flag, but I feel like the colors don't really represent me personally, because I am not a big fan of the brightest of colors. Shock. Other good flags, the lesbian flag is really cool. I actually really like the ace flag with the black, gray, white, and purple. It appeals to me on many levels. The non-binary flag is really cool. The trans flag, I don't think I would have chosen those colors. I mean, it makes sense thematically for them to be blue and pink and white, but I have such a positive association with it now that I find it quite beautiful. But yeah, I think my top flags are the original pride flag, the asexual pride flag, the non-binary pride flag. What else did I say? I don't remember. Oh, I actually really like the gay pride flag, for gay men. I really like the gradient of the teal and the light teal and the dark blue and the light blue. Those are colors I really enjoy. I love a teal. So yeah. All right, so that's my answer to this question. How about you? What pride flags do you enjoy, and do they belong to you? So yeah, my pride flags are pansexual, asexual, and trans, and of course the just regular pride flag, but Yep. Okay, our next question is Gaydar real? Oh, interesting. Okay, this is an interesting one. So let me preface this by saying, if Gaydar is real, I don't have it. But I think that coming from someone who does not have a sixth sense about who is or isn't queer, I will say how much of Gaydar is that innate sense and how much of it is just recognizing cues that people are giving. For example, if I'm walking down the street wearing a rainbow necklace and my trans pride and queer pride bracelets, you might be like, maybe that person is some variety of queer. But for example, like hairstyles, clothing choices, ways of walking, ways of speaking, things that you say, words that you use, all of those can be cues. I think that a lot of what we consider to be gaydar is just picking up on these subtle cues that people had developed. Because like back not too long ago, when it was not socially acceptable to be gay, and of course it still isn't in some places and in some communities, but you had to get the word out to your people somehow. So how do you do that? You dress in subtle ways, you speak in subtle ways, you go to certain places, you walk a certain way. Like, these little cues are the ways that you communicate to other queer people that you are one of them, and that's how you find each other. So I don't know how much of gaydar is that, and how much is someone genuinely being like, no, you're a gay. So yeah. But yeah, that's my experience at least. I do not have the ability to look at someone and, independent of any cues, be like, that person is queer. And yeah, and unfortunately, I think I have been trained by society to assume that people are straight unless some cue tells me otherwise, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of us out there. I always wonder when they throw out the statistics of like, this percentage of the population is queer, this percentage of the population is trans. And it's like, who did you ask to come to this conclusion? I have never been asked if I was queer. I do not know anyone who has ever been asked that they were queer. And even if you did ask them, a vast majority of people are not going to tell you the truth. Like, the government asks you, hey, are you a member of this marginalized community that people will discriminate against you for? And in fact, we might discriminate against you for? Tell us the truth. It's fine. So yeah, I do think that the percentage that we get told is way lower than it actually is, especially when you consider the vast rainbow of queerness. There's so many varieties of queer that I think it's quite a large amount, to be honest. So that's just my hot take. Okay, so yeah, so those are our two questions. What pride flag do you like, and do you think gaydar is real? So I would love to hear your answers in the comments, so please share below. And yeah, just tell me how your Pride Month has been going as well. Thank you so much for watching. Huge thanks as always to our patrons, who are amazing, wonderful, fantastic, spectacular, stupendous, priderific. I might have said that in the last one, but it's still true. And a special shout out to our Nick Nelson members, Paul Z, Kim Engel, Angela Moandragon, Tanya, Kent Smither, and Vrodo. All right, that's going to do it for me. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whatever time of day it may happen to be. I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.